was our rehearsal. So I have been playing my Retroid a fair bit here and there. I still jump on my Switch more often than not because of Monster Hunter, because I can't get enough of Monster Hunter. But
it's really sad, but it's okay.
No, it's not. I'm HR 154 now.
I'm gonna put that on your grave. Whatever HR you are is going on your grave at the end of your life.
We'll have to see what other Monster Hunters come out after. I'm sure they're gonna do what Monster Hunter our World did. With
Did you know there's Monster Hunters that you can play on our Retroids?
Yeah,
there's a few PSP ones.
Yeah,
and there's a
Freedom and Freedom Unite. Yeah, those are fine. Those are. Funnily enough, people love Monster Hunter Freedom Unite 2 with a passion. It's a great game. It's a remake of the Monster Hunter 2. So I know there's ones on PSP.
I mean,
they're a little. I won't say archaic, but they're a little like you have to go back in time a bit with the Monster Hunter franchise. Because did you know that originally those games didn't have the attack buttons on like Y or square?
Where were they?
On the analog stick. You would press up for an
attack.
Like
in Smash Bros?
Yeah, you would move up for a different attack, move right for a different attack.
What?
Yeah, yep.
That's pretty. I mean, honestly, maybe that's good.
No, they moved away from
okay.
Yeah. I mean,
well, is it because like a bunch of American bitches were just like complaining, like, it's too hard to play your game, and they're like, fine.
That first Monster Hunter did not rate well in America.
Again. Okay, but I feel like Dark Souls didn't really rate great until people really got into it and understood the concept. It was like, oh, this game's too hard. Why isn't there an easy mode?
I'm saying critically. So like critically, it got pretty low. Dark Souls was still did well critically.
Okay. So critics still were like, yo, this game is
it still got something special.
Fire, baby.
It still had some like technical issues, like Blight Town.
Oh yeah.
It still had some technical and whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, we're moving past this. The point of this video is to discuss a game. Ooh, did you get the fly?
No.
Nah.
Damn it!
That was so loud. The point of this video was to discuss a game that released, or it jumped out of early access.
Astalon, the Tears of the Earth.
Great game, though. Love that game.
It is a good game.
In January, a game called Lilies, Quietus of the Nights was released in early access. I see it too now.
It's going to bug us the whole time.
Get it?
I'm funny.
It jumped. Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights jumped out of. Wow, I'm shaking the table like crazy. Look at that video. Sorry.
Quality.
Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights was in early access on Steam. It jumped out this month in June. I don't know the exact date. I think it was the 9th or something like that. I found out of it because I saw a random. I feel like it was an ad on IGN for it. And I clicked on it, and it gave me almost no information about it, so I looked it up on my own. Kind of like how I found out about Astalon. It was like just
like a random find.
It was a random find, yeah. But I bought it. It's $24.99 on the Switch shop. It's $24.99 everywhere, from what I understand, but it's basically on everything.
Yeah, I actually tried to find it once you told me about it on Steam because they have their like summer sale right now. Go buy Steam games. But we're not sponsored by them. I just thought it'd be funny to yell that at you guys. Because that's how whenever time I open Steam, that's what I feel is getting yelled at my face.
Go buy Steam games.
Yeah, just like because like sometimes like games that are like $60 or $7, but not the ones that you really want. You know what I mean? But you're like, should I buy this because like. Will it ever go on sale like that again? And the answer is yes. It'll go back on sale anytime they have a sale.
Do I really need a copy of Ghost Recon Breakpoint? Probably not. But
yes,
it's $7.
You do. It's $7.
Do I need a copy of The Division 2?
Yeah,
probably
dude.
Not.
They're the ones that are going. Like
Ubisoft
those games
is always.
Yeah, Ubisoft is like slinging their stuff.
They're like we got the money to just ditch it. Here, take it. You know.
Yeah, I was tempted for The Division, but it's just not my kind of game, and it takes a lot to get into. So I was like,
I spent $3 on that.
And he returned
for the PS4 copy, and I did not stick with it. I did not like it that much.
Did you return it?
No, I can't return stuff on PSN. You just stuck with it, dude.
Oh, dude, that's what's up. I guess that's just like Nintendo. If you buy something on Nintendo, you're screwed with it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you know.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Nintendo has no return policy.
But anyway, I looked it up on Steam, and it was still. I was hoping that it was on sale, but even just like a little bit, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I was like, man. I mean, which makes sense. It just came out, and so obviously they want full price for it. But
so it's actually not too different from Astalon in terms of like a general picture of it, because it is a Metroidvania again. That art combination of RPG and multi-room layout, side-scrolling, kind of like how Super Metroid is, or Symphony of the Night is.
Totally.
So it's like that, but it has a very like piano-driven, somber soundtrack the entire time, and the graphics are all hand-drawn. So it feels like it's probably most comparable to Hollow Knight in that sense, but nowhere near as difficult. A lot easier.
A lot easier than Hollow Knight?
Yeah, because
Hollow Knight was hard.
Hollow Knight was hard as shit, dude. That was a hard. That game took me a bit to finish.
I still haven't beat it.
My first playthrough took me like 30. Well, I did do almost everything I could. It took me 40 hours, but my second playthrough took me 25, but that was also like 2 years later, and it was
okay.
Fantastic game. But it's more comparable to that. And this is where I think it borrows from Castlevania a bit more. But the more unique gimmick is that there are certain special enemies in the world that drop souls, or it's basically their soul, and those can translate into an attack. And so you have a jump button, which is whatever your B or your X on PS4 or 5.
No, I'm gonna custom change it to like R2.
Sure. Okay. And then every other button on on those 4 is a different spirit attack. And so you have your normal one because there's a guy that starts out with you who's like a knight. So you have a 1, 2, 3 slash.
Okay.
But it's not you. You're a little girl who's like 12,
right,
or 15 or something like that, and you have
and
spirits that attack for you.
Spirits that are attacking for you.
You're doing all the mobility.
Because I saw that you could unlock different things and unlock different people.
Yeah.
So it looks really interesting.
It looks like there's like 50 or 40 or 50 different skills. So
Whoa.
a fair amount.
Yeah.
I have about 12 now. So, and they're all very.
Have you beaten it yet?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm probably about 3 or 4 hours in, and from what I can say, I can recommend it for now. But I'll get more into that later. But the cool thing I think is graphically everything's very dark and moody, and they're kind of like low descriptive, kind of like how Dark Souls is. Like they'll tell you just enough to know what's going on at the moment.
Yeah.
But to truly understand the story of the world, you kind of have to go a little deeper and find these extra souls or beat certain bosses that give you flashbacks. So. Gameplay wise though, it's very similar to Hollow Knight, but with a dodge that has iframes. So really good.
Cool.
Beautiful. The world design is pretty great. Metroidvania comes down to platforms and moving around in a certain pattern.
Totally.
Get through it all with certain barriers that you need to get new abilities to break through and unlock new areas. That stuff's all pretty like traditional in terms of like Super Metroid gives you the missiles that open new doors, right?
Right.
Hollow Knight, you can get the wall jumps, so you can climb even high. You get the like the crystal blast that fires you really far. You know, you get those new abilities and all that kind of stuff. You get double jump within like the first half hour, which is pretty good because no one wants to wait that long for a double jump.
Right.
But. So that stuff's all wrote, but the set dressing, the way it's designed and drawn and graphically depicted is incredibly gorgeous and unique.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, from the trailer and then a little bit of gameplay, I didn't want to watch too much because I do want to play it, either if I play it on yours once you're done or something. But like, yeah, man, it looks gorgeous. Like I really think that I guess Metroidvanias or whatever the official title is of these, like. I love them. I think they're becoming more and more of like a favorite pastime because I feel like they're like even things like Blasphemous and
it's a good game.
Right, because it's like that one is even like more so to like the sense of like Dark Souls, and yet it's still like not simple in the way of dumb or doesn't take a lot to like go in and create it. But
do you leave behind a currency and death in Blasphemous? I think.
Yes.
Do you, or do you just lose it all?
No. You can go back and get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Blasphemous was incredible.
It was super good.
That game is, in terms of its its presentation, is more unique, I think, than anyone will ever give it credit for.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. I think that the crazy like creatures and all these in this world that they came up with, and then I feel like they were able to make it like just come alive with their like pixel art instead of like like Dark Souls is like all this like amazing monster, like well not every single one is a winner, but I'd say most of the bosses are like amazing, and even like regular enemies are good. But yeah, I don't know. I think with Blasphemous, I was just like super amazed at that. So this game feels like it will have like to some degree the same.
Yeah, Blasphemous took this weird Latin perversion of it's like a Latin perversion of Catholicism in some weird way, because there's a lot of Latin language or
Right.
a lot of
Totally.
historical Latin they pull from it, but I feel like they use a lot of Catholic or something like Spanish Catholic. Well, it is definitely more Spanish in nature, but a lot of like really cool influences from that, and like all the boss design is super grotesque and just disgusting. Like there's that giant baby in the
Right.
in the I feel like you're fighting a spine, but
Right.
whatever it is,
Whatever
like,
it
like
is.
a bone snake thing, and yeah. But sorry, but Ender Lilies, I think I don't think it's as unique as Blasphemous is, and I don't think many things are, to be quite
Right.
honest.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, even like the other one, like the Echelon or whatever, is not like that.
Astalon.
Astalon. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Astalon just.
It's a totally different game.
I think
It's not really fair to put
yeah.
them into the same thing. So.
I think it's.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
This is Joel's son.
This is Zeke.
I apologize for any. Yeah. And
Say
if you
hi.
can't tell, Zeke's wearing a Konoha, sorry, ninja outfit for a Genin or a Jonin.
I think it's Jonin.
Jonin. Gosh, all the Naruto thing was too hard to follow for me.
Look at.
Yeah.
Want to say hi? It's right there. Look at that screen. You always like screens. Yeah.
So we were talking about something. No. Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about stuff, so you got to get going.
Yeah.
But
Bye,
love
Zeke.
you.
Ender Lilies, I think is not in the same way as Unique, but the hand drawn art and the depiction of the main character, like she's like in all white,
Yeah.
and so she comes in stark contrast to everything in this world. So it's a beautiful design decision, because in one sense you're never going to lose your character on screen because of that. You're always going to be able to see your character because everything is black, but not like dark or hard to see. It's just black and gray, like very very cool in tone,
Yeah.
muted looking. And the character in this white dress is very almost like out of place, but still fits, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the combat I have to be, I'm only 4 hours in. I'm not sure if it gets more rote or a little stale, because apparently the game's got about a playtime of 12 hours or so.
That's pretty good.
10, 12 hours. So I'm not sure if that gets stale, but from what I'm playing, the killer soundtrack, very somber and very beautiful. Like if you're looking for something more downtown,
Yeah.
even during the boss fights, which are all multi-phase boss fights, the soundtrack seems kind of tame in the middle of a fight until a second or third phase, where then
Interesting.
it begins to change.
Yeah, that's cool. I kind of like that though.
Like the intensity is ratcheted up based on and I thought that was fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen a game. I will be honest. I don't think I've ever seen a game. I know that Dark Souls does soundtrack changes during their boss fights that have multi phases, but to go from a level of somber and almost like moody to epic somber, whatever that effing sounds like, I can't. Whatever. If you can understand that, fine. If you can't, I'm sorry.
I get you.
But like, I just don't think I've seen that in a game. Maybe for one boss in Dark Souls. Maybe.
Nice.
I don't know. It's very good. It's very good though.
So you
And
recommend it?
I recommend it. It's $25. It's a little more expensive than your average indie title. You're talking about half the price of a AAA.
A lot.
And if you aren't into Metroidvanias, you're gonna have a hard time with it. Even though I think they are some of the best games you can buy.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and there are multiple endings, so there is.
Oh, cool. So that you can like figure
Yeah,
out, do it different ways, and
I don't know if it's a deviation off the main route to get to that ending. I don't know. I don't know if it's a decision in the final part or if it's an actual deviation from your actual play route.
interesting.
So, like in Hollow Knight, you have to deviate at some point to go get new stuff to
Yeah.
get a new ending.
Oh,
you know?
okay. Okay.
It's not like you just get a choice in the end and you're able to fight the Radiance or the Hollow Knight.
Right.
Spoiler
Right.
for Hollow Knight, sorry. But Hollow Knight has a couple different endings.
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple different final boss fights too.
Yeah.
So. But I really enjoyed
This
Ender Lilies.
bastard over
Yeah.
here just ruining all the
Yeah.
games for the
Yeah,
ends.
well, I'll play
Come
a lot of
on.
games.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's been out for a long time, so if you haven't played it yet, I mean,
Yeah.
it's I'll warn
Yeah,
people.
it might be worth doing an episode on just our favorite Metroidvanias. I really hate the word Metroidvania a lot.
Yeah, is there like an actual term for these games? Is it just 2D platformers?
I mean, 2D open world platforming is what it is, right?
Okay.
It's just gated. Everything's gated by abilities.
But and
progressions.
Metroid was the one that
Yeah.
that started it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Metroid's the one that started it for sure, and then Castlevania added the RPG format to it because Metroid's not an RPG. Metroid's never been that.
Right. It's just like grab the weapon,
Exactly.
change it, go, figure it out, the puzzle.
Right.
keep
Everything
going.
has a predetermined damage amount. So
Right.
And Astalon to that. Well, no, Astalon's very much an RPG, huh?
Yeah.
Because you do kind of level up with those.
You can
orbs.
level up for sure.
It's very Dark Souls-esque, huh?
Yeah. It's like limit. Yeah, it's like going up as much as you can and without spending all of your souls.
Yeah, which I definitely did.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm still surprised that I had that negative 5,000 at one point and I had to work.
Negative 5,000 then? Because I just did the negative 1,800 and there's no reason why. And then you do another one and it goes negative 5.
I never got the 1,800. I got a negative like 5,000, dude. I have or 3,600, something high. It was insane.
Yeah.
But I have no idea why I got that, and I was trying to figure it out, and I was like,
I
"There's
wonder if
nothing for
there
this game
has to
online."
be some like lore for it in the future that we'll find out later. But because to me, it's a specific boss type, and I feel like it's the ghosts, maybe. Like it's either like the ghosts or
you
it's
mean
other
like
things.
from the bestiary, because that's what I got. It was from the bestiary.
Yeah, from the bestiary. Yeah,
I can dig it.
but I don't know.
Are you still playing that?
Yeah, here and there. I feel like whenever I get stuck, I feel like I have to just like take a break because I get frustrated on like going through the same pieces over and over and over again. All I need to do is find, I guess, double jump somewhere now. But literally,
there's
I
no
have.
double jump in it.
I think you said there was.
There's a wall jump.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
So.
the Eagle Talon, which is, I believe, below the first area,
Okay, so it's down below me.
or maybe it's not, because I think you actually need that to get in.
I don't
know
even
where it is.
know.
I'd have to look it up.
I don't know. Yeah, I might just do that. I've been trying not to like look up things, but I might just do it just so I can make
There's
progress.
like 4 or 5 optional areas in that game.
Yeah.
Like the main path is pretty short, and it turns out that the elevator goes down like 6 levels, you know, and not just up 6 levels or 8
Right.
levels or whatever it is, which blew me away because like, holy crap, this game is way too big for its price point.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, dude, yeah, it's a fantastic. Like that one's a full send recommend for me because it's for the price you get so much game and it's enjoyable. You know, especially if you like Metrovania. So
I think Ender Lilies is more expensive because of the insane amount of art detail.
right,
on
and it takes so much time. Like I can't even imagine the amount of time it took like to make the game, and so you want to like make back the hours that you put in and all these kind of things. So
Yeah.
it's understandable. It just sucks for people who like me just can't afford it right
a
at the
hard time
second.
affording it,
Yeah.
you know?
But just not in the budget.
25 is just a I'm always thinking about that. What is the price point where I can just be like, yeah, I'll buy that indie game, you know? And I feel like without like even thinking that much, I feel like 25 is actually past that threshold, you know? And like 15 to 20 is like my comfort.
Yeah, like
comfort.
$10, 100%, I'll buy it, even if I don't even really know anything about it.
I'll try it. You'll try it out.
If it looks
Yeah.
good, I'll try it out. If it's $15 to $20,
I got to think about it
I have to figure out if the game is going to be good or it has to be recommended from someone. Like when you
Yeah.
said, "Hey, this game is good," I was like, "Okay, it's worth it."
Yeah.
And I mean, again, like, I'm definitely super interested in playing this game, but I think I have actually another. Maybe I'll talk about it next week. Another Metroidvania. That I can't
Another
remember.
one?
I can't remember the name of it, but I bought it. It was an indie game off of itch.io because I had some like weird credit or something like that, and it looks super awesome. So it looks like it's like very anime-esque more than I feel like maybe even Ender Lilies, because you were saying that it's pretty like comparatively to.
It's very
The other
it's
ones.
high detail anime. It's like the strange and the hair are all drawn in. It feels like
that's so
it's
cool.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's
That's super
definitely
cool.
more anime-esque than Astalon's pretty anime, I think, in some
Yeah.
ways too.
Oh yeah. Well.
But yeah, I would recommend it. Again, I also would love people to support these indie developers to keep doing these things.
Yeah.
Because if it's their first outing, it means that their second outing will probably be better if we get.
Oh yeah.
You know,
For sure. Because the more money you give,
we hope.
Yeah, then they would. So.
Or they feel validated in their vision, you know, and I like this. I want more of these kind of games. Like
Totally.
This will probably slip onto my top 10, you know, at the end of the year, to be quite fair.
Nice.
Astalon already has.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
interesting.
that's in my
I'm
top
curious
10.
to see your
It's
game.
it's hard right now because there's really not been that many this year that have like obviously Resident Evil 8 and Monster Hunter Rise have done a good job of getting on that list, you know, but like Astalon's gonna be wholeheartedly up towards the top 5 probably.
Yeah.
that was such an enjoyable 20 hours, 15, 20 hours or so. I don't think I could make a list without that now. But we'll have that discussion towards the end of the year. So
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right, cool. Till next time, Thunder Goose
next time.
Podcast. We did not introduce ourselves at the beginning of this video, did we?
No, but the intro did that. So,
Oh,
okay.
Well, that's right, huh? All right. Till next time, friends.
See you,
later.
brothers.